Good morning, guys. I know you'll probably scroll past, but I have to do this video because a lot of my friends have got no idea what's going on in the world and I'm going to simplify it. So, hopefully, you already know about Palestine and Israel. They've been fighting for like 75 years over whose the land actually is, basically. On the 7th of October last year, Hamas, who is kind of like the government for Palestine, basically crossed over into Israel and decided to just slaughter over 1,300 people. This included women and kids, and Israel was like, nah, don't think so, mate. Wait, we're coming for you. It's totally right, because imagine somebody came into the UK and just killed over 1,300 people. We would want revenge. So Israel decided to just basically bomb the shit out of Gaza. Now, yes, going for revenge and killing Hamas and getting your hostages back would have been a good thing, but they went a little bit too far. In fact, they went a big bit too far. They killed over 30,000 innocent civilians in Palestine, which included more than half of them, I believe, were women and kids. So obviously the whole world is shocked about this and they're just like, what the fuck are you actually doing, mate? This is a genocide. But let's fast forward to last week. So in Syria, and I believe the city's name is Damascus, there was a bomb dropped on a building that killed people from Iran. Now, Israel's not actually come out and said that they done it, but everybody in the world basically just knows they done it. Over 10 Iranians were killed, including top generals in their military. So Iran's like, well, we're going to have to retaliate now because you've just killed our people, and that's a fucking joke. Which, by the way, they did have a right to do. So there's been tensions all week because Iran said, like, we are going to retaliate. They literally told them, like, it's going to happen. America got involved and was like, don't do this, Iran. Like, don't escalate things further. Obviously, big Putin, Russia, shout out to Putin. He's saying, oh, well, don't worry, because if the USA gets involved, we'll get involved. And then basically everybody's just getting dragged into this. It's as if they actually want a world war. It's a joke. So last night, Iran sent 300 missiles to Israel and the USA helped shoot them down. Apparently, the RAF from the UK did as well. And I didn't know this, but Israel's got this dome thing and it shoots down missiles. And I was like, oh my God, I have to see if the UK's got one of them because that would come in so fucking handy right now. And we do. Apparently, we bought one last year. So that's good. So out of the 300 missiles, I believe they're reporting this morning that only about 3 hit the ground. So I think the thing is now is how is Israel going to respond, because they actually didn't do any damage, but at the same time they need to show face. They can't allow somebody to send 300 missiles to their country without retaliating. And then the bigger problem is who's all going to get involved here, because America's like, well, we stand with Israel because, you know, they're our allies and we're going to stand beside them. Then Russia's saying, well, we're going to help Iran, which brings China into the UK, NATO. So NATO is over 30 countries that if someone attacks one of them, we all go to war. So if somebody was to hit the USA, for example, then we all need to have their back. It's just wild at this point. Like, everyone's basically going to end up involved in this. The one thing that I would say though, for example, with Russia, is they've used so much equipment and so much money probably on the war with Ukraine. Iran, I'm not really sure what's going on with them, if that was just like a little taster last night, because if that's all they've got, I wouldn't be too worried about them either, to be honest. I would say the most concerning country would be China because they've got a lot of manpower and their economy is really good at the minute. So I would say that's somebody that I would be worried about. However, all of NATO, all of NATO. Go and look at what countries are in NATO. So yeah, basically we're just waiting for Israel to decide if they're going to retaliate and what they're going to do to retaliate. Yes. And also, none of us normal people want involved in a war anyway. I'm quite happy going about my life, you know, with my hair tied up, hardly washing it, working my job to make money to go on holiday and make TikToks. Like, I'm happy with that. I'm not getting dragged into this war, like, really. So I'll let you know if there's any updates, guys, but I thought I'd try and simplify it. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment and let me know, because no one's going to watch this.